There she is. It's time
the
to
one,
brew.
the only. We got
Let's
church
go.
in the house.
Time to get some of that Cargal coffee. Let's brew. Let's Hey, what's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Lenart, subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with the one,
the only Ashlee Church. That's right.
Welcome to the party, Ashlee.
Glad to be here with you guys.
It's so good to see you. And I'm blessed. I get to see you once a month, and I get to come visit your store.
Yes, he does.
And I really love going there. That place has such a great atmosphere. It's such a great warm feeling, and everyone always makes me feel welcome. To include you especially. You always come in, you always smiling, but you always have such great ideas about how business should be ran, and it's so unique. So I'm so excited to have you here on the show today.
Yeah.
This isn't your first rodeo with us for sure, right? But we're also excited to have you on the panel, and we'll talk about that later. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm pumped up about having you there. I know that you also have a speaking engagement right before. I'm excited to talk about that a little bit too, and so many other things. I know you're currently recruiting, right? And we'll talk about that also. So get excited. Right. The show's going to be hot and live and excitement. So Lou, tell us what's up.
Oh, well, see, there's so much that's cooking at this particular digital dealer that we have a whole lot of heat brewing behind. And that's because we have incredible people like Ashlee that are these diversification masters that are able to pull in from every different angle the people that help make your business the best business to work at. Not just the best place to do a transaction, but the best place to be. Not only best place to be, but where you can be who you be, right? Be who it is that you are. And that's something that you do so
that's
great
almost English.
At doing, is getting everybody into a space where they can just be themselves, have fun, and ultimately have a good connection with the customer. And I think that's why you help your community so well.
That's the biggest thing that Ashlee does, is she talks about that with her staff. It's the connections. It's not about the highest grosses and all the stuff. It's about helping people, because at the end of the day, as you say, the right decision is always going to be the most profitable decision. Something like that, right? You say something like that, and I love it. And I say that a lot now. I may be misquoting it quite, but it's the same point, is that you should always try to point out the right things and do the right things. Because when you do that, at the end of the day, even if right this moment you don't make more, you will as time goes by. Your customers come back. They go to your service drive. They come back and see your clients. They bring people to your store. So I love that about your culture.
So about the right things, right?
Yeah.
We're looking for that right solution area for your store. Right, for a sales manager position, for those of you that are watching on the live or on the actual replay, she is looking right now, and we are looking to try to find the right person. But what are you looking for inside of a sales manager?
Wow, well, that's a loaded question,
Is
right?
it? You like that?
So first off, as we like to say, we're hashtag not like the other guys. So
Come on,
we're
right.
looking for somebody who's going to come in and embrace that culture. And, you know, like you said earlier, Lou, I mean, when you have the right people in place, it makes the customer experience better, right? When people come to work and they love their job, they're going to give a better customer experience to that customer. But we are really looking for a sales manager to come in this sales manager has a focus on team development and training. So that is their biggest goal. We have another sales manager in the store who focuses on inventory, and then they both share sales manager duties, desking, things of that nature. But number one, first and foremost, this person has to believe that our opportunity lies in CRM.
Come on.
If
I love
you don't
that.
believe in the CRM, you need not apply for this position.
on.
100%.
We have all kinds of leads that our marketing team generates, our customers that come in on showroom visits, that after showroom follow-up, and guiding our team to figure out how to capitalize on those opportunities, because it's so easy. I like to call them opportunities instead of leads.
Yes, I agree.
Because a lead, like that, no, right? This is an opportunity. This
100%.
is a potential client. So to find someone that can come in, we've got big shoes to fill. Our organization is really great. We have great hours. We close at 6 p.m. We're off on Sundays. We have a great work environment. We have paid maternity, paid paternity leave, all kinds of stuff. So we're definitely interested. And as we're here today, or as any of you out there watching, we've got our own recruiting website, thebestdealershiptoworkfor.com. It lays out everything we're looking for the position. You can apply online, even if you're not ready to apply and you just want to have a conversation. I'd love to be able to share more with anybody out there watching who'd like to learn more about us, because it's a two-way street. Not only do we want to find the right person, but we also want someone to find the right dealership home. And there's so many people out there that I talk to on a daily basis that are just, hey, I love the car business, but I don't love where I work. I don't get the opportunity to take care of customers. I don't get the opportunity to build reps. It's something that our dealership that they can really take hold of and work in a really great environment for really great people.
Absolutely.
That are trying to make a difference. And not only are we trying to make a difference at the dealership level, but here at the industry level, we're also trying to make a difference. And my personal mission is to change the stereotype of the car business. And that's not only for customers, but that's also for what our employees should expect whenever they come to work for us too.
And that's something that you're doing. You are changing the car business. You are changing the model. And what I love is that you're actually a PhD doing that. Is that you're taking it.
Actually, Lou, I'm an MHD because my mama has a dealership.
I say parents. I don't say papa. I'm saying parents have dealership, right? Okay. But inside of that, you have the same degree, right?
Right.
She takes it on. She doesn't take it lightly, though. That's the thing I love about Ashlee.
Right. You're putting your own stamp on this new generation.
She really is.
And what's happening. And that's something that it's not just felt inside of Marion. The industry knows of what's cooking with Ashlee, right? The industry knows how intentional you are
40 under
about
40.
making that a thing, right? It really is. It's a title that she's given amongst all the nation of incredible solutionaries. What has it felt like to know that you are actually breaking the mold on what people are supposed to think of when they think of a dealership?
I was once told that awards don't sell cars.
No, they don't. They do not.
They don't. But for me, it's a mission, right? And so when you get these awards and accolades, it's not about the trophy or the ego. It's about the recognition that what we're doing is making a difference. It's giving us a platform. I mean, just a platform to be able to be here today with you guys here doing this podcast or doing a speaking engagement tomorrow at Digital Dealer, where we get to share what's going on inside our dealership, how it's working for us, and we get to slowly change the rest of the industry. It's easy to walk into a room and somebody to say, oh, you're from Southern Illinois, you're from a rural market. What can you teach me? We're selling 1,000 cars a month. We know what we're doing. But those little things like those awards and those accolades kind of give you that platform a little bit to be able to say, okay, hey, we do know what we're doing here. Maybe you should take note. Maybe you should listen. And, what works for me isn't going to work for everybody. But maybe there's a piece of it that could integrate and make another dealership better.
No doubt about it. And that's exactly right. And that's the way the culture is at that store. That's the way you are. And those awards, yes, they don't sell you more cars, but they do. They bring validity to you. They make people really listen to what you have to say. And what you are saying, it should be loud. It should be out there. People need to hear what you're doing at your store is unique. And how you do it is so amazing. I love how the staff really takes hold, because what it is, it's a professional environment.
Yes.
So that's the difference. Like, we go to a lot of these stores and you get into a place where it's just kind of like game buster, just hope you get lucky. You're just shooting blindly. But there, you show them a path to greatness. You show them how that they can do things. Matter of fact, you encourage them to do great things. I know that inside your store, you're trying to get people to be included in the 40s and 40 under 40s and so many other awards, because you want them to feel like they're alive. You invest in your staff. You have them have coaches. I mean, Jay, I get to work with Jay Wright, and you invest with him, and you're making sure that he's doing his best that he can. Shout out to you, Jay. Love you, brother. Got to have him come visit me at the house. That was really cool. He spent a couple nights with me. It was really neat. So I'm glad. But, being able to do things like that and build relationships. What other dealers really do that? There's not a lot that really care about their staff to encourage them to become more than what they are today. They just let them be who they are, and they hope that they do well. Instead, you take the reins of this And you do. Instead of being somebody, the typical parent had a dealership, right? The typical one of those, you're not being that. I wouldn't even known that unless I met your mother and I got to know her. But you take ownership of it yourself. You know, it's like it's new to you. It's not like it's something that was just handed to you. You've earned it to the T,
Yes.
and you still. And I still think you got a slight chip on your shoulder, and you're still going for it because you love what you do. Because you still have so much left to give.
Sure.
Your business is still growing, and you're still trying to find things that can make it even better. And that's what makes you great. And that's why I think you're special and why I have you part of my panel. And I'm excited to have you here today and talk to you. So that being said, I want to go back to the recruiting. The best dealership to work for, you see it right there. The best. Make sure you put the at the very beginning of that. The best dealership to work for.com. Go on there and check it out. They're recruiting, but they're recruiting all the time. They're always recruiting for somebody that's looking to be better. They're always looking for somebody that's looking to help the industry, but yourself, and join a dealership with a staff and a culture that'll just blow your mind. So go to that website, check it out. You might be the right fit. If you're not, no big deal. But what I could tell you, it's going to be work. But man, is it going to be fulfilling. It's going to be fulfilling.
You know what? I think one thing that's really important too is we are not just looking for people who have had a sales manager title. So
Yes,
automotive is required. CRM management is required. The fact that you have built and led a team is a requirement. But if you're somebody out there who has led a BDC team or a true internet sales team, we also want to talk to you for this position as well, because I can teach you how to desk. I can teach you how to appraise cars. I can teach those kind of things. And I think as an industry, our expectation of what a sales manager is really changing, right?
I agree with
you know,
you.
I grew up in the
Great
business 20
perspective.
years ago when I started. The ideal sales manager was that guy, mostly, that had really great rapport and closing skills. You know, the person that you could send out that could close that deal. But now our expectations are changing, because now it isn't so much about closing that client when they get on the showroom floor. It's about how do we engage our opportunities before they ever walk through our door, and how do we help our teams do that better. So we are definitely open to candidates who have been BDC managers, internet sales managers. You don't have to have that sales manager title. If you've had both, we would love it. But at the end of the day, we would love to have somebody who's really got that BDC internet background and really understands how to convert those opportunities to showroom sales.
And keeping them, right? And we were just speaking a little bit ago with Steven about the importance of the customer experience, not just being at the transaction. At the time that they complete, they signed, sealed, delivered, funds have transferred, everybody's insured, legal to drive, right? That's where we actually begin our true relationship with our customer after that fact. Otherwise, that could be the last time we ever talk to them again if we don't do everything right from there, especially 100%. When you have the ability to service their vehicle after the fact. I mean, they're fused into your way of life from that point forward. And it has to be more of a cultivation of those relationships, teaching the sales pros, teaching the solutionaries that are out there how to keep that customer close to the dealership, close to you, so that you're always helping them, right? Making sure that you know what's going on with their family. When they're coming back in for service, you can keep that conversation going, right? That's something that's so critical right now. But having a person inside of that position is more than just, hey, can I close the car deal? Because 90% of the time now, the car deal is pretty much closed. If the customer especially is right there in front of you, you have the availability of inventory and funds, you're making something happen, right? I mean, there's so much that's going to happen there, especially with the talent that's inside of your building. I mean, you got some talented people over there. That shout out to all of you over in Marion. But Ashlee, what is it that I know that you're here to help out on the panel. And so thank you so much for that. Thank you so much to contribute that, because there is a lot that's cooking at your store that these dealers need to hear about. What is it that you're looking to also take away from this event?
Wow. It's always about the people. It's always about the connections, the people that you meet at these industry events. I was just in a panel on acquiring used vehicles, and to be able to meet people who are acquiring 50 to 80 vehicles a month when we're acquiring 20 vehicles a month, and looking at how we get to that next level. It's great to be, have all these vendors in one space that you can kind of walk around and casually find out what's new in the market and what we may not know about. But at the end of the day, getting to come and have opportunities like this, for me, have always been about the people, the connections, and what comes of after the event. That person that you can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, we just did a mastermind together on acquiring cars. I'd love to pick your brain about that, and to be able to find those ways where we can provide value to others, where they can also provide value to us, and finding those mutually beneficial relationships where we can say, hey, you can help me here, but I can help you over there. And that's really where we make the magic happen.
I love that. Speaking of acquiring vehicles, vehicles. I hope you got a chance to go stop by the VinQ booth. VinQ is great friends of mine, and their product's really good. You at least have a demo. I think you might be blown away if you haven't had one yet.
Yeah.
I would recommend that. But that being said, she's so right. Coming to these events is not necessarily coming here to buy products. It's coming here to get inspired and to make connections and network. And when you network with the right people like Ashlee and so many other solutionaries that are here in this building today, you will find things that maybe you did before and they're doing it now. And you're like, it still works. Yes, it does. So it inspires you to do it again. Or you might hear something completely new and radical that's like, you know what, I need to try that. And I think that is the big deal. But also, like you said, you're acquiring about 20, but you see somebody doing 50 to 80 and you're like, wow, that means it's possible. So that inspires you to just say, hey, how do we do that? How do I get to that next level? And there is plenty of ideas in this building to be able to help you do that. And I'm excited that you're here to be able to get that information. And then tomorrow, we got a great one. I know tomorrow before our show, you're going to be speaking on a panel, right? Or something like that.
But moderating
it.
Yeah,
so tell me a little bit about that real quick.
So we're going to throw out a lot of great ideas. The format is these moderators are going to move around the tables and we're going to present best ideas at the end. So it is a dealer only. I'm a dealer and OEM only. So
okay, cool. We
unfortunately,
can't be there.
We're not going to let the vendors attend this one. So it's going to be a true collaboration of those of us that are on the front lines.
Wow.
And then after that, we're going to be coming over and we're going to be doing 2 back-to-back sessions
with
you guys.
What?
And,
this one right here. Check out this
tomorrow.
session right here, everybody.
Yeah.
That's
right. Here at the Mirage.
They even put us on the mod. If you see the picture right now, they
Just
got all of us
here,
on
right here, right
the Mirage took the Beatles down and said,
They did.
let's put up our panel.
We got a real show for you. No, Beatles actually was a fantastic show.
We went and watched that last night. I heard y'all watch that last night.
You were at the same show last night.
I was there. It was there. It was a great time. I enjoyed it quite a bit. One of my favorite parts of the show is when they brought that big white blanket over.
Yes.
It was just so like, wow, like so pretty, like just so unique. But the whole thing was great. I've got to see a few of the Cirque du Soleil events, and man, that was a good one. My favorite one still, I got to say, is the O Show. The O Show was phenomenal. Yeah. It's still one of the most like acrobatic, like scary, like how do they do that moments I've ever seen. So great stuff. But no, we had a good time last night. But yeah, tomorrow
we got a very important meeting for you to attend, dealers. If you're here at Digital Dealer at Jamaica A, jump in with us and let's have some fun because we're going to be talking about unveiling the power of diverse unity.
Harness the
I got it. We might
get some wigs. JB's got to let his hair out. And we're going to be all ready to rock. Yes, we're going to be ready for Jamaica A tomorrow. But we're going to fly that way by applying those 3 Fs like we always do. And that's making sure to forgive, focus, fly so that we can keep growing all the time. So help us out real quick, Ashlee, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Keep growing. That's right. That's how we do that, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in again with this incredible solutionary right here. The one, the only Ashlee Church. That's right, everybody. We're having fun. I am Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
And I'm Fred Lenars, the Subprime Hero.
And you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Where we at, Fred?
We are right here in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada at the Mirage, booth 933 at Digital Dealer 2022. Make sure you come check us out. Make sure you watch this. Make sure you share this. Let's have some fun.
Let's go.
The best place to work. Best dealership to work for. I messed that up. The best dealership to work for. Let me put it up here so you guys can see it so you don't hear it. The best dealership to work for.com. Go check it out. Get ready. If you're that person, this is the right place for you. Come holler at us.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.